Well, welcome to the 2022 Heart of America Athletic Conference Football Media Day. We're very excited to speak with Graceland University today. Let's get started and introduce the student athletes. So let's go ahead with Cade. Go ahead and introduce yourself with your name, your year, and hometown.
I'm Cade Ross. I play quarterback. Redshirt freshman, and I'm from Melbourne, Florida.
Awesome. Penne, same question, name, year, and hometown.
My name is Bennett Saili. I am a D lineman. I am a second semester sophomore, and I'm from Topeka, Kansas.
Okay. Awesome. And then, Coach, go ahead and introduce yourself and how many years you've been at Graceland and your previous experience in the Heart as well.
Sure. My name is Patrick Ross. I'm going in my 16th year as the head football coach. Just got to Graceland University in Lamoni in January. Prior to this, I spent 13 years as the head football coach at Lindenwood University and 2 years as the head coach at Ottawa University. Prior to that, I was the defense coordinator at Kansas Wesleyan for 4 years.
Well, thanks so much for being here. Athletes, we'll start with you. Let's talk about some goals for the year for you personally. Penne, what are some goals you have this year?
Goals for myself personally is a few sacks here and there, so about 8 sacks for statistically. I want to be a sort of a leader on the defense, so everyone can just, if defense isn't going the way we want it to, everyone just look at me for my energy, for how I play, keeping my head cool, keeping it confident. And like I was talking about statistically, I want minimum 60 tackles, max or minimum 5 sacks. But I'm just, for defensively, for me, the biggest thing for me is to be able to lead my team. Because if defense, no matter what team you are, if it doesn't have a leader, it's not going to go well. And if it doesn't have anybody to keep the defense together, everything's just going to go downhill. So,
Kate, how about you? What are some goals for you as you get ready to head into the year?
As of now, I don't have too many personal goals statistically, but right now I just want to get on the same page with my receivers, create like a winning culture, and just have a good year.
Coach, you'll kick off here soon with Monday for first official practices and things. What do you hope to see from your team as camp opens?
Well, I think, it's when we took over the program in January, I think everybody had a really good energy with our football program because, when we're talking about building a culture, there's a couple of things that we've been focusing on, which number one is to have high energy. Everything we do, let's come with a positive attitude and high energy. Because that's where their culture starts, is to have that positive attitude. And so from the second we've gotten here, we've really emphasized having that energy to electrify this campus, and it's worked. Our guys, since we got here in January, have been fantastic. The energy on our campus is excellent. There's a lot of excitement and fire for the fall coming up. And the other thing that we've been focusing on is trusting yourself, trusting your teammates, believing in one another, trusting your coaches, feeling fortunate to be part of the Lamoni campus and Graceland University. So that's kind of for us where it started. It's the X's and O's and the football part of things are going to take care of themselves. What we got to do is respect who we are and respect where we are and respect our university. So, coming out day one, I really feel like our kids have bought in the recruiting process. That's how we recruited. We talked about the things to build a culture. Everybody wants to talk about having a successful winning culture. But to me, there's a difference. People just assume a good positive culture is by winning football games. Well, that's not necessarily true. I've been a part of pro teams that have been 10-2 and the culture wasn't very, very, very good. And I've been a part of teams that are 5-6 that had an outstanding culture. So obviously we want to find the happy medium there on both of them. But at the end of the day, our goal is to create a successful culture, which to me, when I'm talking to our team, I give them a roadmap on how we're going to create the winning culture. And so right now, the most important things, the things that we're going to control right off the bat is having high energy in everything we do. When we go to the weight room, we go to practice. Our coaching staff has high energy. So I just challenge our kids, meet our coaches' energy. If our coaches don't have energy, you have permission not to have energy. But at the end of the day, you match the energy of our coaching staff, and we're going to have incredible energy. And the other thing is trust and a belief, and that's trust in yourself and your teammates and your coaches and your university. And so those two things are our first steps of creating a dynamite culture at our university. And our kids have taken that responsibility. We're recruiting that way. So the guys we have come into the program are thinking the same exact way.
Coach, another question for you. How about how excited are you and your staff for this opportunity to head into year one, a new program, to try and really build something? How excited are you and your staff for that?
Yeah, we could not be more fired up. This was a perfect opportunity for all of us. We're all fortunate that Graceland University chose us to come help rebuild the program. We have a great support from our alumni system. So it's been outstanding getting to know the old football players here at Graceland. Our president has been outstanding. I think they're hungry to be successful in football, and everybody who's listening to this knows when you to be successful in football, there's a lot of pieces that have to fall into place, and so you have to have the right support, you have to have the right people around you, you have to recruit the right kids, you have to have the right coaches, and so I would not have taken this job if I didn't feel I was going to get that support all the way around. And so our coaches are again fired up to have this opportunity, because not many people have the chance to come to a program like this and be able to create miracles and create opportunities for these student athletes of seasons they'll never forget. My first year at Lindenwood took over a program that hadn't won many games. They only had one winning season in school history. They hadn't won. They won 7 games in the last 3 years, and we had a remarkable season. It's probably one of the most memorable seasons of my life.
Well, thank you, Coach. Cade, how about the opportunity, to be able to play for your dad? What does that mean to you, and how excited are you for that?
I'm stoked. It's crazy because he's been coaching me all throughout high school because he took a little break, and yeah, it's been the best experience, and we're like dynamic duo.
No, that's great. Penny, how about for you? What does it mean to you to step out on that field on Saturdays with your teammates and put on that Graceland uniform? What kind of pride do you take in that opportunity?
This opportunity to me has been an absolute blessing because for the past 2 years, football was kind of questionable for me because of a bunch of injuries I was going through and a bunch of coaches who weren't necessarily looking out for my best interest. But the second I heard Coach Ross wanted me up here, I came in less than 3 days. He gave me a call, and it was 3-day notice, and I came, didn't visit campus, didn't have to. Coach Ross is definitely someone I would bet my entire career on. He is a dude who would do anything and everything to make sure all of his players are successful. Getting out here, especially with Cade, I played with Cade and coach in high school. Cade he's my brother, so we play together. So getting out there to be able to play with them again, to me, is a blessing. It's a miracle with how these past few years have been. So it's an opportunity that I'm trying my best not to mess up and trying to stay healthy. So to me, it's just a miracle nonetheless. So.
Couple more questions for the athletes. Cade, who's your favorite NFL quarterback, and is there anyone particular quarterback that you kind of have a similar style to in your position?
I think my style is similar to Baker Mayfield, but my favorite, and I mean a little bit of Pat Mahomes in there too. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes is my favorite quarterback.
Very good. How about defensive end, D lineman in the NFL? Kind of who would be somebody that you maybe model your game after, and even a favorite player?
So I used to be small in high school. I put on a lot of size, and I'm relying on my strength a lot. And I think Aaron Donald, because he uses a lot of his strength. So I would think I would sort of just say pretty much like Aaron Donald.
Well, you guys picked two, big time players.
We're the best players.
Very good. Very good. Penny, what's your major, and what are some maybe even career aspirations? I know you both are young, but what's your major, and what would be something that you'd look to do with that?
My major is business administration, and if football doesn't go well, I would like to hop into real estate, mainly because it's easy money. It's really smart money as well, so passive income, and I'm also not trying to work a 9 to 5. Nothing to bash on 9 to 5s, but I just can't do that. So,
Kate, how about you?
I'm doing business administration also, and I'm planning on either opening up nightclubs or what was I going to do? Some type of construction business.
Yeah, very good.
Commercial landscaping.
Coach, we've been asking all the coaches in the Heart the same question. So first thing that comes to your mind, one word, one sentence, when you hear Heart football.
Outstanding. The competition level has always been good. When I was back in the league, I haven't been in the league in probably maybe 8 or 10 years, since 2010, I think, was the last time I was in the league. And it was good back then. And now it seems like it's even better. There's quality teams throughout. So we're excited to be back in here in one of the top conferences in the country.
You kick off with Mid-American Nazarene, first game. How excited are you and your players staff to get on that field week 1, and what will it take the next few weeks to get ready for week 1?
Well, it's gonna take a lot. You know, they've got a quality football team, and again, we've had a chance to review some video, and from top to bottom, the league is outstanding, and Mid America is no different. You know, and I know the history of Mid America's success. So it was funny as I was following this when I stepped away to coach some high school football and run a construction company. It was keeping an eye on the heart, watching how things were playing out, and I saw a lot of new teams coming to the top. So I already know, you know, the teams that are struggling. I know they're good quality football programs. They get good support. So I'm anxious to really get out there and compete against these guys and have a lot of fun. But I know Mid America has a great football team coming back. They have a lot of experience. I know offensively they were dynamite. You know, watching their quarterback set records at those last couple of games, and defensively they're big and solid and strong. So we got a work cut out for us. But you know, just like all the rest of these coaches, we don't take jobs like this to take second place. So we're pushing and hopefully going to put ourselves in a position to win a lot of football games.
Great. Well, thank you all so much for your time. It's great to hear from you and kind of preview the year ahead. We're excited to see what the future holds for Graceland football. As we conclude Heart Football Media Day, best of luck to you all, and thanks again for being here.
All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate you.